Read comics at Pulp Fiction Long Beach. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Hey, look! It's Ryan!
Hey, everybody! Welcome. Happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday.
Welcome to the... I miss calling it the bunker. Welcome to the Pulp Fiction Long Beach bunker. We're doing our live show. We're doing our live unboxing show. We do it every Tuesday. And we're going to take a look at the goodies that come out tomorrow, some of the goodies that came out today, if they are from DC Comics. We'll chat about a couple other odds and ends, some store news, and a few other things as well. And I think that Derek and Megan have some kind of surprise for me. But first off, I want to say, actually, that was all I wanted to say.
Everyone loves the Godzilla thing.
Yay!
Well, yeah,
Arno, Ruben, Jim,
cool.
and
Yeah.
Ruben, greetings from ATL.
Yeah. That's not George's, is it?
Ruben Alvarez.
Oh, Ruben Alvarez. Oh, he's out of town. Hope he got there okay. Sounds like he did. Cool. Yeah, so Derek and Megan are trying some different stuff today. We're always trying to innovate. Always trying to do some different stuff. This sounds like fun. So they're going to have some video clips, basically, to kind of like cut into our live stream, and it sounds like it's really neat. And you've already seen an example of that with the Godzilla video, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm there for Godzilla Pulp Fiction content all the time.
His favorite. And what's different about today's stream, you see that there's a little header graphics there. We're going to have to change the color of some of the information there at the bottom. But yeah, we're trying some new stuff. You want to switch to the different cameras there?
Sure.
So let's switch the camera to you. So this is me and Megan. Hello. Megan and Derek of Derek's Entertainment. Sorry we started the show a little bit late tonight. We had some technical difficulties. But as Ryan mentioned, we're going to be trying out some new things. So we're going to be doing some graphics. And part of the idea is that we want to be able to have some pre-recorded content in the future, like a new updated Pulp Fiction commercial is going to come at some point, I'm sure. And then any type of announcements or anything that we can pre-shoot with Ryan and kind of edit and just show a pre-recorded video. Or who knows, the sky's the limit. Maybe we can even get some customer testimonials or customer stories and bring you guys into the show or something. So we're trying out some new stuff. So we're going to show you some TikToks. So we have a multiple camera set up today. We're streaming to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Ryan is camera 1. This is camera 2. Megan was camera 3.
Pulp Fiction.
Do we see it? Is it on
It's
there?
up there, yeah.
Oh, look. What are those, Ryan? What are those things?
Wait, it hasn't shown up on my side yet.
There's a delay.
A little bit of a delay. What?
Oh!
That's neat.
So tell us what those are real quick, Ryan.
That's the beginning. The beginnings of our Pulp Fiction homage covers, which have actually all of those have been graciously donated. A lot of them by Derek and Megan, and a few other folks as well. Hey, I want to say right up, it's really cool that people are like, "Oh, I want to get you this." Check with me first, just because we're already getting into a thing where this one person had that idea, then another person had that idea, then they cross the strings, and then then we end up with two, which is probably more the merrier. But you want to find one we don't have yet, right? Anyway, so that's the beginnings of it. We have a couple more, I think, on the way. And, of course, whenever somebody makes a new one, we'll put that up there as well. Yes, the Incredible She-Hulk is one of the ones people kind of bring up sometimes. That's actually, I got to find it. It's in my garage. But that's the thing that started the whole thing, so that'll be up there again soon. I just got to find it. So that's really neat. So thank you all who participated in that. It's a lot of fun. We're going to make up some kind of neat display for it. I don't know what we're doing yet. We've already had people try to buy them, and I go, no, those are not for sale. Maybe we'll just put it up higher so people can't reach it. I don't know. We'll see. but it's pretty awesome. So thank you guys.
Let me check the audio real quick. Someone's saying we have an echo.
But that's the thing started the whole thing. Kind of neat display for it.
Yeah, there's a bit of an echo. I moved the cameras apart. Megan, you want to read some of the comments there?
Sure. Okay, so we got Ruben Alvarez, had to get my Pulp Fiction fix. Bloody Dashboard says hi from YouTube.
Oh,
Stephen Howard, the audio has an echo. Jim says camera 2, surely the better of the two views. Eduardo says echo. Oh yeah, so we're working on that. And Eduardo, you guys got drop slow. Jim, hey, the Gen 13.
Yep.
Luis says,
Thank
hi,
you, Jim.
Ryan and Derek. I was in the store earlier. Thanks, Ryan, for holding that copy of DC's Asian Superhero Celebration for me.
Oh, welcome. That's a new customer. Welcome.
And
Came all the way here from Laguna.
Oh,
wow,
awesome.
very cool. Bloody Dashboard says, Zed's dead, baby. Zed's
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. My wife had never seen Jackie Brown, so we watched that this past weekend. And it was wonderful. I hadn't seen it in a while. I don't know how long it's been since you guys have seen Jackie Brown, but very early on, she pauses the movie. She goes, I don't care about spoilers. I need you to tell me if she's going to break Robert Forster's heart, because if she's going to do that, then I don't want to watch the movie.
Oh,
And I said, no, she doesn't.
Robert Forster, rest in peace. Okay, so let's give Ryan our little present. Let's cut back camera 2 real quick.
Ooh, Alpha Rookie's on the stream. What up, buddy? Yes, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
We have a cool little present for Ryan, so we're going to give this to Ryan. This is from Turkey's Entertainment, me and Megan, to Mr. Ryan Skinner.
So whatever it is, don't get this thing.
Cut to camera 1. That's not
If
right.
only I had a
Here's
big
mine.
knife. You've been dying to give this to me, so now you get a chance. As Max used to say. Whereas I guess Zorro would say. How great would it be if I just cut my thumb off the camera and just spurted blood everywhere?
Make it TV.
Look at that. I think I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Oh, wait, I'm going to do it again. No. Woohoo! Zombie Tramp.
Very cool.
Now, what is a zombie?
That was a current picture. It's kind of self-explanatory. I feel like.
Hold on one more time. You gotta do it again. Yeah, so we know that person through the concert.
Yes. I think he's somebody. I think he does either the coloring or the lettering. I feel bad now. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him in a long time though. It was okay. He's probably just shopping it up somewhere else. But yeah, Zombie Tramp, kind of a indie darling from Action Lab Comics. Very cool. Definitely fits into the collection. It will join its brethren up on the wall. So thank you very much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks for getting my collection started. My bedrock.
Hey, you can even put it up there because there's a camera.
Jim says this stream is slowly turning into gifts for Ryan Weekly.
Yeah. That's about all I can do with my height. We can make it look nicer later. It is really cool. Oh man, I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, Keith is here. Hey, Keith. Lame. Oh, that was a joke. Okay. Thank you guys. And again, the donations are super cool. If you want to do that, go right ahead. But I think at this point, it'd be a good idea to ask. I know surprises are fun, but I would feel really bad if it was like, oh man, I already got that one or something, which is kind of already happened a couple times. So maybe
To us. Twice.
not just you actually. You did it to a couple people, so it's been a chain reaction.
Nice. Everyone feels the pain.
Yeah, everybody feels the pain, but I feel the love. So I really appreciate it. You guys, stop it, stop it. You guys are embarrassing me. Hey Jimmy, hello. Hey Paul, hey buddy. I think I know all these people now. Okay. Can I talk about Allison's Bar?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Some of you may have heard me talk about this already, but it's sort of solidifying more and more as we get closer to it, so I wanted to provide you all more details. I'm participating in a fundraiser for Alex's Bar. If you're not familiar, it's a bar that's been in Long Beach forever, a lot of rock shows. They shot The Pick of Destiny. Wait, what's that? No. That's the subtitle. What's the actual title? What's the name of the band that Jack Black is in? Nobody knows? Tenacious D. Tenacious D. So Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny.
They also shot True Blood there.
True Blood they shot there. Yeah, so it's a Long Beach mainstay, and they had a really hard time during the pandemic, as a lot of people did. So this was something that's being organized by Bruce Zebel, who has his Instagram account BZ Comics, which I recommend you go and follow. Maybe we'll put that on our thing next time, right? So people can see it.
Yeah.
And he, as long as everything goes according to plan, I'll actually have him as a guest on the show next week, if he can make it. So he can talk to me about it a little bit more. But anyway, he's super cool guy, super nice guy. His deal on his website, Instagram account is that he loves wrestling and comics. So what he's been doing for a long time is he takes a comic book, and then whenever that comic book came out, what month and what year, he talks about what was going on in pro wrestling at that time, which is already pretty cool. But he's also a musician. He's played at Alex's Bar a bunch of times. So he's been organizing this fundraiser. And he got a lot of people involved, including me. And this is going to be on June 12th. June 12th. That's a Saturday. It's going to be at 4:30 at Alex's Bar. It is free. Normally there's like a, what do you call it, a cover. You got to go in for a show or whatever. There's nothing like that. It's absolutely free to come and participate. I would like it. Ryan would, if Ryan's dream come true, would be if a whole bunch of us showed up like a gang on motorcycles, all loud. No, I'm just kidding.
Pulp Fiction squad.
But the Pulp Fiction Long Beach squad would be cool. I already know that we have quite a few people going there that I know. I'm looking forward to seeing them, drinking beers with people and socializing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so June 12th at 4:30, I'm going to be there, a few other stores are going to be there. There's going to be a music from DJ Polyester, food from Supply and Demand, which is another wonderful bar also in Anaheim. And there's going to be an auction. So I donated a bunch of stuff, other stores donated a bunch of stuff, and other guests donated a bunch of stuff. In fact, a couple of these people that I know donated some things. And all the money, all the proceeds goes to, what did they say specifically? All proceeds go to Alex's Bar and Save Our Stages. Well, there's also going to be a live podcast from Bronze and Modern Gods, which I just learned, unless he told me and I forgot, he probably told me and I forgot, is my buddy John Hughes, my customer. I haven't seen you in forever. What are you doing, buddy? He's going to be doing a podcast. That's super cool. I'm very excited to see that. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm very excited about this in general. I think this is going to be a real kind of banger of an event that's local to Long Beach, and I think that's really cool. It's going to be outdoors, so it will be safe in that capacity. Yeah, this is as close as we're going to get to a comic convention probably for a while. So I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, if you want to come, June 12th, 4:30, please come. I'd love to see you. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, and as I said, next week talk more about it when we have Bruce actually on the show. Now, somebody on Instagram said he was a pro wrestler. Are you talking about Bruce Zebel? Is he a pro wrestler? I don't know. I don't know anything about pro wrestling. It's got to be somebody else. Okay, so that's it for Alex's Bar. Check it out, and yeah, we have flyers here in the store too if you want to grab one to help you. Put a refrigerator magnet up on your refrigerator or something. Yeah, but I think that's all I have to say about that. Do you guys want to banter anymore, or should I move on to our merchandise for the week?
Let's show some little videos.
Okay, yeah. So let's play with this new tech. Our new toys. We have nice, expensive toys, and we like to play with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the stuff we've been doing, that they have been doing on TikTok. And I gotta say, this is my favorite stuff. I'm a goofball. I love the funny, weird things, and the sense of humor that goes along with it. I'm still a jerk. I haven't set up my TikTok actual app, but I need to do that soon. But some of these things have been making me laugh, and I've been really enjoying them. So that's about as much as I can do set that up, I guess.
They're a lot of fun to watch, that's
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Derek will come home and he'll say, look at what I got. I get to see it firsthand and it's really funny. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, first one. Next one.
Two for us. So the aspect ratio is a little bit.
Hey TikTok, just want to take a quick 60 seconds or less to tell you about my pick of the week, The Good Asian. What the heck is The Good Asian? Well, Good Asian is a hard-boiled crime noir story that takes place in 1936 in San Francisco, and it stars a Chinese cop. All of that setting and the ethnicity of the character make this a really interesting read. I highly recommend checking it out. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The Good Asian. I'm out of words.
Film noir, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Crime, noir stuff. But with Asians, with Chinese people. It's good.
From Hawaii.
He's from Hawaii, but he's Chinese. And he's in San Francisco. And it's dangerous for Chinese people in San Francisco.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to read it tonight.
We have Paul wants to know if that was Jethro Tull. I think the music that's amazing that other people. My dad was a huge Jethro Tull fan, so I actually know their entire discography.
Nice.
Laughing my ass off. What the heck is a good Asian? Laugh every time it's on my feed. That's really good. Oh yeah, and we have a confirmation here that apparently Roselle of VZ Comics was in fact a professional wrestler.
Well, there we go.
So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I haven't paid attention to professional wrestling since I grew up. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I don't have a.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people
leg to stand on.
don't know your Alpha rookie fame. So.
Yeah, right. Where I talk about wrestling all the time.
So I have some comments I can read off.
Yeah.
Stephen Howard says, we love Ryan. Renee Trejo says,
Cut the camera too.
Renee Trejo says, can someone sketch a Mr. Slim Thick Pulp Fiction homage?
Yeah. We get some blank covers going. Oh no! Oh no!
And then he also says, I can bring my big wheel. I don't own a motorcycle.
Oh yeah. We gotta roll up.
And then Luis says, can I bring my pogo stick? I
Yes.
don't own a motorcycle.
Pogo sticks are fine.
Michael says, what's happening, my Pulp Fiction peeps?
Yeah.
Keep
peace.
it on camera too for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna keep talking for a second.
Ruben says, love the magic TikTok. Isn't Ryan's wrestling name Slim Thickness?
Slim thickness. No, it is a spicy meatball.
Well, what's I gotta know what is my walking music. You know they always have walking music with like pyrotechnics and stuff.
Let me check the audio what's on this here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna keep talking for a second. Yeah, that's a little audio. Dang, I don't know what to do with this
Well,
audio.
maybe just turn onto that.
Versus Evil said, I'm about to get some stone cold stun.
Yeah,
They
so
just made
cold
me think
stun.
Cold stone.
Cold stone
when I
period.
want ice cream.
That's what Megan calls it. So that was a little taste of some of our TikToks. We're doing more, and we've had some customers participate in TikToks as well. And yeah, so thank you for watching. We'll have more videos to intercut at a future date. So back to Ryan.
Good job, guys. I love that stuff. Next up, I want to talk about, before we get into the new books this week, Oliver's not here yet to get mad at me, so I'm gonna keep padding the beginning of the show. Hey, just real quick, comic books are so popular right now. Oh my goodness, so many streaming shows that people are talking about. We have Invincible, Jupiter's Legacy, which just started, and Sweet Tooth, which hasn't started yet. Just want to give you a couple updates on this stuff. First of all, Jupiter's Legacy, if you're interested, I got a ton. I have all 4 volumes, multiple copies of each. Mike, actually, the former owner, ordered these a long time ago, and they must have pushed back the show. Was it supposed to come out sooner?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give Mike some credit then. So we've had these for a long time, and now that the show's come out, I haven't watched it yet.
We watched the first episode, and Megan didn't like it as much as I did. The second episode gets better.
Okay. But if you want to read comic book, A Beautiful Art by Frank Wiley and some other folks as well, we have all this here for 30% off. And also, we're doing our darndest to try to stay in stock with Invisible, but it's very hard. We cannot keep them on the shelf, but we always have more on the way. One thing you can do to help us is, if you think you're interested, please let us know. That way, when I sit down and decide, well, I guess I better order another 5, I'll order 7. 2 for the people that told me they want one, and then 5 for the people that I can anticipate asking for it. But for now, we have a couple of volume 1s left that are back on the shelf again, and I think a couple maybe of volume 3s, if that's still open for us. So just let us know, communicate with us, and we'll do the best we can get to you. We do 30% off on these as well. And then finally, I have not gotten them yet, but I have a ton of Sweet Tooth on order, volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is one of my favorite series. I really enjoy it. I'm super psyched on the trailer. I think it looks fantastic. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch the trailer for Sweet Tooth, produced by Robert Downey Jr. and his wife, and starring all kinds of people. I am out of this, but what's in your hand? This is a used one that I can't believe nobody's picked up. I have the first volume here for $9.99 if anybody wants to pick it up. But fantastic series, really good. Sweet Tooth, check it out. We are trying to keep up with the demand of these shows that are driving people into comic stores. We love to see it.
How about that Venom 2 trailer?
I am excited. Can I just say that Venom 1 is a movie where Tom Hardy understood that he was in a comedy, and nobody else did. And he tried his hardest to make sure that everybody understood that it was a comedy. And it doesn't matter because it was still hilarious and fun and weird, and I like it. And it feels like this trailer is leaning into that weirdness and funness in a way that I really can get behind. So I love seeing Venom make his breakfast in the morning and his dumb little, "What can I eat, Mrs. Chen?" Points or whatever. I'm into it. And what's his face? What's
Woody Harrelson's Carnage.
Woody Harrelson's Carnage. Are you kidding me? What did we do to deserve that? They did cut his hair though. They got rid of that wig from the end of which was amazing from the end credit sequence in the first movie. But that's okay because they gave him that dope Hawaiian shirt. Is that just like, am I doing this now? Is that what,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know how other people think about it.
Do you have any new? Do you have any Venom or Carnage books you can pawn off? Or
I mean, we'll talk about Donny Cates' Venom stuff soon. Donny Cates has kind of dominated the whole Venom conversation in comic books for a while now. But he's wrapping up his run with issue 35, a.k.a. issue 200, which if you were paying attention to your final order cutoff, you would have known that the orders for those were due on Monday. But I did order quite a few of the ones that I thought looked cool. I ordered a couple of all the other ones that people didn't seem as interested in, and we're going to have some ratio grades for it as well. So yes, lots of Venom stuff in the pipe. As far as Carnage is concerned, yeah, we have a few Carnage books here and there. I'm assuming the closer we get to the actual movie release, we're going to see like another oh, what am I talking about? We have Carnage Black, White, and Blood, brand new series. Looks like Derek's going to grab one for me. This will absolutely satiate your Carnage appetite.
Ryan, do me a favor. Cut to camera 3.
I don't know how to cut to camera 3.
Megan's got a camera. Play to that camera for a minute.
Okay. So here we go. We're up to issue 3 for Carnage Black, White, and Blood. We, of course, have plenty of copies still of this awesome Webhead Patrick Gleason cover for number 1. And there we got number 2 and number 3. So if you're looking for something Carnage to read, this is definitely a perfect thing to pick up. It's a bunch of short stories. Really, the only thing that they have in common is that they are all in the colors black, white, and red, or blood, what have you. And each issue has different stories with different creative teams. They did this, they had Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood that did really well. So they're doing it with Carnage as well. So good stuff. Yeah, definitely something for Carnage people and for Venom people if that's what they're looking for. On the Instagram, somebody said that my walk-in music for my pro wrestling could be "I Can't Dance" by Genesis. How do you know? I love that song though. That would be a good. I could deal with that song. I love Genesis too. And then Javier, just a cookie monster. What does that even mean? Is that like my pro wrestling name? I'm not sure. Yeah, so Venom looks cool. What did you guys think?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting for Megan to watch it, and we've just been so busy.
It looks super silly. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's super. It looks as dumb as I wish the first movie completely embraced.
If it's anything like Invincible, I'll love it.
No, it'll be PG. You said that Venom's voice sounds like Cookie Monster. Yes,
Oh, there
yes,
we
it
go.
does.
Okay, then I probably already.
Megan,
You eat your brain.
cut to yourself.
Eat your brain. I don't know how to sound like Cookie Monster.
Me.
Megan, you talk for a minute.
Hi everyone. I'm working on the graphics right
What's something you've watched recently, Megan?
now.
Warrior.
We just finished Warrior, and I gotta say, I already miss it. That was a really, really good show. I think what I've come to realize with TV shows and movies is I love like diving into a world. So world building to me is like more important than anything else when I'm watching something. I love period pieces. So Warrior was just so fun. It was so cool. I love action. I love all the fighting. It was really good.
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah. And I loved it. I loved Invincible too. There's always TV shows where I'm like thinking, I'm definitely going to watch that over again and probably over and over again. So Warrior's on there, Invincible's on there now. So I can't wait to watch it so many times to really just annoy Derek
That's what
I
she
keep
does.
watching it over and over.
All right, let's cut. I think this is going to be camera one now. Let's cut to that.
Yep.
How's that looking?
I have episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia that I've watched probably a dozen times. So
I watch
I can
Seinfeld on
relate.
repeat.
Yeah.
Friends on repeat. Game of Thrones on repeat.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings on repeat.
yeah, totally understand. Director's cut because you're probably working a long time and you just want it to really, really go. Yeah, it's too long for me. It's too long.
I love it.
It's too long.
The Snyder cut now?
I watched it. in
Right,
two
I finally
sittings.
watched it.
I did. Oh yeah, that's my Megan. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Yeah, blew my way. Jessica fell asleep. I think it was appropriate.
It's really long.
It's really long. Speaking of it's really long, I think I should start probably showing some comic books.
Yeah.
What are you going? Okay, good. So here we go. Let's take a look at the stuff that is coming out this week. I'm going to start with ratio variants, and then make my way to this week's new comics, and then a few graphic novels at the end. So first of all, we're going to start off with a new indie series from Aftershock called Silver City. This is a cool series about sort of an afterlife that is not quite what you would think it would be. This is a 1 in 15 ratio variant by David Lopez that I'm selling for the low price of $9.99. This is the main character here with her little dog who has also met her in the afterlife. And that's all I'll say about this until I get to the other. I get to the comic book and show you some artwork. Hi, Karina. Oh, I miss you guys so much. Usually it's Jared that comes in here and says things that are slightly weird to other people. But here's his wife. Hi, guys.
Oh, and Cave Skywalker on YouTube, he says, is this chat active or should I be using a different site? It is indeed active. You might not see anything on the YouTube chat itself because we are streaming to multiple platforms. But we hear you and we will chat with you, so feel free.
Cool. But don't make any requests.
Oh, yeah. No requests.
Don't make any requests. Okay? If you have a specific question or request, please send us an email at pulpfictionlongbeach@gmail.com, which Megan has so diligently put somewhere on the screen.
Yes, and stay tuned. There's going to be better graphics for everybody so everyone can see all the things.
Okay, moving right along. We have another indie series this week from Image Comics called Time Before Time. I really enjoyed this. This is a time travel book, definitely for fans of Looper, if you've already watched that. And I'll talk more about it when we get to the actual comic. But this is a 1 in 15 ratio variant by Gabriel Walta, who you might not know the name, but you might know he did the artwork for the Vision series, the Tom King Vision series, that everybody seemed to love and seemed to be a big inspiration for the WandaVision series. He also did a wonderful graphic novel with Jeff Lemire called Sentient that I highly recommend. So $14.99 at ratio price there for Time Before Time, number 1 in 15 ratio variant. We have is it Zed? I know I'm kind of reaching really far back into my child memory banks for this Power Rangers bad guy. But this was kind of cool. This guy here? Zed?
Yeah, I think it's Zed.
Zed, right? Okay. I always thought he was kind of cool. Anyway, there's a 1 in 10 ratio variant for this week's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Mighty Morphin. I can't keep up anymore. We also have a 1 in 10 ratio variant for Magic the Gathering number 2 this week. There was a 1 in 25, but this has already been spoken for. We had a lot of variants that were already snagged, and I did already go ahead and tuck those into people's pull boxes, so I don't have them to show you, but you can look at them on our website at pulpfictionbooksandcomics.com, which normally we get somebody to put a link in the description, but Wendy is going to be really busy on Tuesdays for at least the foreseeable future, so she's not here to take care of us all and provide us with amazing puns and information on the things that she's knowledgeable about. But $5.99 for this one. And we also have a 1 in 10 ratio for Proctor Valley Road number 3 with really cool artwork by Christian Ward. Some scary hyenas. I recently heard about Proctor Valley Road that this is actually a place in San Diego, and it's based on actual like urban legends from people that live there. I heard I got the whole story from one of our customers a few days ago. So now I'm curious. I want to go online and kind of read more about it.
Megan used to live in San Diego. Did you
hear anything about this Proctor Valley Road?
Proctor Valley. That sounds familiar.
Okay, I don't know. I'll try to look it up and have more to say next time. But I think that's neat. It's supposedly based on some kind of a real story.
Proctor Valley. What? That does sound very familiar.
The way he described it kind of made me think of like Gravity Hill, which is like San Bernardino or something, where you put your car in neutral and then it gets pushed up the hill.
That's like the secret. Or no, the mystery spot in Santa Cruz.
Everybody's got one. So here is a 1:25 ratio variant for X Corp, a new X-Men book out this week. This one's by Otto Schmidt. We're selling this one for $17.99, below ratio price. Very cool. We have some Star Wars coming at you this week. We have the beginnings of War of the Bounty Hunters, which we'll talk about. Big old crossover from the Star Wars corner of the Marvel Universe. This is a 1 in 25 ratio variant for Star Wars number 13 by Terry Dodson. For those of you who are big Luke Skywalker fans.
We got Dodson here.
Dodson here. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's pretty cool. It has black gloves on and everything. $19.99, a little bit below ratio price for this one.
Now, is that the start or part 2, Ryan?
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
This cover is really cool. We have Star Wars: The High Republic, number 5, and 1 in 25 by Bernard Chang. And I just love these guys. I don't know what Rancors? Is that what they're called?
Oh, yeah, Rancors.
I think these guys are neat.
They're pets.
He was one of my favorite things when I used to watch Return of the Jedi all the time as a kid. Yeah. And Rancors were definitely kicking around in the age of the High Republic. Oh, $19.99 for both of these. I got a couple of these bad boys. $19.99 by Bernard Chang. He's so hot right now. Moving right along, we have a 1 in 25 for Guardians of the Galaxy number 14. I love Ryan Gonzalez, but I never go too hard on his stuff because other people don't seem to be as into it. He's got kind of a Lisa Frank thing going on sometimes that I actually really appreciate.
Lisa Frank, like the old folders?
Yeah.
The notebooks?
Yeah. It's super like hot pinks, and not this particular cover, but usually there's like a lot of like hot pinks, like very kind of, I like it a lot. Anyway, this is 125 for $14.99 for this week's issue of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Very cool.
We also have a 1 in 25 ratio variant for Heroes Reborn number 2 featuring Hyperion. This is by Carlos Magno, one of my favorite artists who I'm finally getting. He's finally getting some mainstream attention. It makes me happy. He drew the inside of Avengers Mech Strike, which I think is a book that a lot of people thought would just be kind of silly, but then you open up and you're like, oh, wow, the artwork
was really good.
That's this guy, Carlos Magno. $19.99 for this one. Hyperion's a cool character. Figures very heavily into the Heroes Reborn storyline. We also have these 1 in 10 design variants for X Corp that are real cheap, just $5.99 for these ones, just a couple of bucks over cover price. Very cool. That is it for ratio books this week. Somewhat of a lighter week, but we also had a lot of them that were already requested before we started the show. What's up, Megan?
Stephen Howard says,
What's shaking, Megan?
Just like the mystery of going into Pulp Fiction and money magically disappears.
I am a magician. I've been known to make money disappear.
And Jim, Renee, Luis, and Ruben all said, well, Jim said sentient, and then Renee said Lord Zed. Luis said Lord Zed, and Ruben also said Lord Zed.
Okay, so confirmation. It's Lord Zed.
Yes.
Steven, how's your stream and how's your sound? Is it better? I switched cameras.
Somebody asked me how my stream is.
Well, we know not to cross the streams. It's so funny. We have so many cameras and all this stuff, and we actually went live before we went live to check the audio, and the audio worked. And then, of course, we get an echo, and we.
That's all right. I heard it off your thing. It doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah. Well, it sounds better now that we switched it. But Steven, are you doing okay? Because it's all that matters is if Steven Howarth gets a perfect image. Right?
Hey, welcome, June. What's up, buddy? Welcome to anybody else that I missed there. I just see that he just popped in.
Michael, he said, Steven said much better sound now.
Thank you.
And Michael says, I went to a place in San Antonio, Texas at the train track crossing, stopped the car, put it in neutral, and it literally moves on its own across the tracks. Didn't believe it at the time, so we put power on the trunk and the back bumper, and there was a small child handprint.
That's the same story. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the same urban legend story. It goes back everywhere. So my version of that story is you go to that same place, Gravity Hill, and then you take baby powder, and is that what he said, powder?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And then, then there's handprints all over the back. I love ghost stories and urban legends.
There's a place in Long Beach, too, where there was a butcher who supposedly killed his wife. And if you turn your car off next to where you can still see the hook in the alley, and then try to start your car again, your car won't start.
Is it Igor's Alley?
Igor's Alley.
Yeah, that's I know about that. That's over in Virginia Country Club. Yeah.
And Luis just gave me a challenge. He said that Godzilla graphic in the upper left-hand camera would look better if Godzilla was wearing purple pants.
Which is the inside joke.
Challenge accepted.
Joke.
I may have to put purple pants on there. He's wearing sunglasses and holding a Hellboy comic, in case you all didn't notice.
Another challenge for you all. I would love to hear more urban legend stories, especially ones that are relative to our neck of the woods. I think that stuff is so much fun.
Can we cut the camera too real quick?
Yes.
I'll only be a second because I know Ryan was in the comments. So just want to give a shout out to my wife. All the great work. She'd made those awesome Godzilla graphics and cool things, and she does so much great work for behind the scenes that she doesn't get recognized for because, the company name is Derek Easley Entertainment, but it really is Derek and Megan Easley Entertainment, and she is awesome. So everyone, slow clap for Megan Easley. She does awesome stuff. Back to Ryan.
Indeed. Okay, let's jump into DC Comics for this week.
I grabbed a lot.
What did Derek do to deserve this? Okay, starting off, we have a new Justice League miniseries called Justice League Last Ride. I did read it. It's a lot of fun.
What is it about?
I don't know how much of a hook there is here. It's sort of like, what if the Justice League broke up and it was awkward and they weren't talking to each other? Rather than like super serious, like, they're trying to kill each other or something. That's kind of just like Batman and Superman are just like, no, we're not talking to each other. But of course they have to get back together to, deal with a threat. I'm trying to find some cool pages here. I love Wonder Woman just smoldering. Is that the word? Not really smoldering, but more like kind of like don't mess with her.
Saucy. Kind
of saucy. Yeah, I really like that artwork. Also, Lobo fans should definitely check this out. A very healthy dose of Lobo. This is written by Chip Zdarsky. He's starting to write some more stuff for DC Comics.
He's working on the Silver Coin right now, right? No, we just did the first issue.
Just did the first issue, but I am going to talk about number 2 because that was definitely a book. And a really cool cover also by Derek Robertson, who's also been slowly but surely doing some more DC work for DC.
DC work for DC.
DC work for DC. DC.
Fire.
So anyway, check out Justice League Last Ride if you are into Justice League. I don't think it's necessarily something that's like, oh my god, it's going to get you into Justice League. But if you already love these characters, he's got a good voice for them, and clearly he adores these characters, so I would recommend it. And
for some reason, with the artwork and just the aesthetic, I felt like, is this a callback to The Nail? But it isn't.
No, apparently. It's sort of just its own thing, which is fine. That's what's cool about DC is lots of room for just any kind of stories you want to tell with the characters. They're very iconic and they can stretch and deal with it. Here's a really cool alternate cover, and I'm not sure who the artist is actually.
Ryan, did you know the Last Ride is a wrestling move?
Oh, really?
It's the Undertaker's finishing move.
It's like this show has become wrestling themed.
Yeah. he picks a guy up and puts his crotch in his face,
That's the ride part.
and then grabs him by the hips and lifts him up and power bombs him from
That's
like
right.
8 feet in the air.
You're into like wrestling, huh?
Well, I was back when it was cool.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
it's actually
Back when
apparently.
Back when I had Cold Stone Creamery.
I was
and-
always
and
partial
The
to
Rock.
bushwhackers. They were always my
Yes.
favorite. I think somebody's gonna.
But that was it.
Also this week, the big DC book. Probably we have Joker #3.
Love that. Joker.
Love that Joker. We definitely sold out at #2. We're waiting on second printings. I have a lot coming. They're not out this week yet, but this week we have issue 3.
Who's the real star of that book, Ryan?
The real star of this book is Commissioner Gordon. So I read the first issue and I really enjoyed it. So if you were I would say if you're staying away from this book because you're like, yeah, I don't really want to read a book about the Joker. It's not really about the Joker. It's more about Gordon hunting down the Joker. I like the first issue quite a bit. I haven't had a chance to read the second or third one yet.
Can I share something that happens in book 2 that's not a
Yeah.
big spoiler?
Yeah.
A thing I thought was really cool is that there's an organization, an international organization, that's like an Airbnb / timeshare for supervillains.
Yeah.
And they explain that all these superheroes have the villains who pop up for a couple months and they go hide away somewhere in a mansion in like a South American, Central American country or something. I was like, that's such a clever idea because that happens all the time. It's like you're fighting Captain Cold. Where does Captain Cold go? He goes on vacation somewhere.
Somewhere cold.
Somewhere cold,
warm.
most likely.
Yeah. So #2 sold way out because it was the first appearance of Vengeance, the daughter of Bane, who her first full appearance in costume is in this issue 3. I don't know if that moves the needle for anybody, but I am limiting this book 1 per customer, so I'll make sure everybody gets a copy if they can. I also have plenty of copies of issue 1 if you want to get started. We have a couple other covers here, one by Gary Frank. I'm going to talk about later because I am in love with his new book with Jeff Johns that is coming out from Image.
Geek Air.
And this is the one that I think everybody's going to want. We got a David Finch playing card style variant, which I ordered a fair amount of, but I also had a lot of requests for. So I do have an ample amount on the shelf, but they are going to sell out. But I am limiting them 1 per customer, I promise. Okay, we have also the DC Festival of Heroes, the Asian Superhero Celebration.
Nice.
Some pumping up, signal boosting, and representation from our Asian characters in the DC universe. Let's see, Eric usually asks me to name everybody.
$5. Did you name everybody there?
Okay, so I think I can do. Well, no, I can't. Is this the new Power? Is this the new Green Lantern? Like the new one from the Young Justice? Am I already way off? You don't know who it is. I get $5 because you don't know who it is.
I was about to say he's Teen Lantern, but that's not the name. He is the new one from.
Wait, he's not what's his face? Kyle.
No, it's not Kyle Rayner.
Okay, Kyle Rayner's not Asian.
No,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
he's the new one from. Is he from Legion or Young Justice? Let's move on.
I don't know. That's OMAC.
Yep.
That's New Superman.
Yep.
Okay. That's
Kenan
Batgirl.
Kong, Batgirl,
Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
That is a version of Speedy or something or Arsenal or what?
Yeah. Red Arrow.
Red Arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who that is. It's some version of Ragman, Ragwoman.
The Ragman. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Is it Cheshire?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And that's Gen 13 character. That's a Jim Lee guy. I don't know. And Katana.
Yeah.
And the Atom, but specifically Choi.
Ryan Choi from Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That's it. That's the best I can do.
Nice.
This is the first appearance of a new character called the Monkey Prince. Supposedly, we'll get a new book from this character by Gene Yang. But anyway, this is cool. It's sort of a celebration of the Asian community, and beautiful artwork here by Stanley Archer on the B cover. Look at that. For your Cassandra Cain fans, don't miss it. Don't miss it.
His name is Tai. He's the Vietnamese Green Lantern, and he was from the kids book.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You can't see it. There you go.
I have some comments.
Yep.
I can update. Luis moved. Where'd it go? Okay, Luis Molina says, I see Superman is on the cover of that Justice League book. Is his arch enemy the Pipe in the book?
You did it to yourself.
Did you show the pipe TikTok? You didn't, did you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been the Sarah McLachlan music. You didn't.
No.
Oh, in the arms of the angel.
Yeah,
that was good.
It's fine. What else?
Ruben says, I do that on Saturday nights. Never called it last ride though.
Wow.
Monique says, I think that Lantern was in a kid's book.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it.
Dave from YouTube says, liking the fact grunge is on that cover.
Grunge.
Gen
13, yeah.
Ruben says Kyle is actually Halo Latino.
Oh, okay.
Luis says, loved the Asian superhero celebration. Cassandra Cain is my favorite comic character of all time, so I love the cover with her on it.
You just posted about that, right? I think in the Facebook group.
Yeah, maybe.
He did.
Her story is in the book. Her story in the book is adorable. And then Monique says, Thai fam, I think.
Yeah, Thai is the name of the Vietnamese.
And then
Green
Robert
Lantern.
says, finally, Godzilla is decent. I put purple pants on Godzilla.
Did you really?
I did.
That's incredible.
That quick?
Right here.
She has purple pants on Godzilla.
Purple pants happen.
I'm going to adjust this camera, so bear with us for a second. But you can keep talking.
Yeah. Okay. Also this week, we have the continuation of Future State. It's not quite over.
Wait a second.
We have a new series called Future State Gotham that I believe focuses on the future version of Red Hood. This is by Josh Williamson and Milo Giannis and another person. It's written by Josh Williamson and somebody named Dennis Culver. Art by Milo Giannis. If I had known it was Milo Giannis, I would have pumped this up a little bit more. I really like this artist. He's an Italian artist. There's a lot of science fiction stuff. Look at this. When's the last time you saw a DC black and white comic book that wasn't a Batman black and white comic book?
Yeah, I was about
That's
to say.
wild, man.
I didn't know that was black and white.
I don't think I knew it was going to be black and white either. But Milo Giannis typically works in black and white. I've actually very rarely seen his stuff colored. So this was pretty cool. So check that out. Future State Gotham. We also have a wonderful B cover. And I was so proud of Annie, you guys. So proud of her because she saw this cover and she said, that kind of looks like James Stokoe. And I went, oh, you're learning artists. That's amazing. She tried to be all modest. She was like, well, he has a really overt style. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. Anyway, it's a really cool cover. I love this.
Well, you didn't tell the Aziz Ansari one. Well, I did research on that.
Aziz
Aziz
Oh.
Ansari, who wrote in the new Asian comic.
Oh, Annie found out that one of the contributors on the Asian Pride
camera 3.
comic book is a brother?
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari's brother. So there you go. Whatever that's worth. This week we have Batman Urban Legends.
Hold on a second, Ryan. We're trying to adjust here.
It would now be a good time to go evaluate my stream.
Oh, shit. Do you have any comments, Megan?
I'm glad you all like the purple pants. More graphic requests I may do. Maybe. We'll see.
Looks so good in the shot. Beautiful, Ryan. Perfect. All right, we're good to cut back to camera 1. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Live TV.
We got this week Batman Urban Legends. This is another anthology series, short stories. This is, I think, the cover winner this week with Simone Bianchi doing Red Hood. I think it looks really cool. Got some grifter business going on. And we're almost through DC Comics. Lastly, we have the second issue of Batman, The Detective, which is sort of a generic title, but not a generic book. We got a superstar team, Tom Taylor and
our friend Tommy Taylor,
buddy Tommy Taylor, and Andy Kubert, in my opinion, is one of the best Batman artists of all time. I love his Batman artwork.
Did you read the first issue?
No, not yet.
Well, I liked it a
I'll try
lot.
to catch
It
up.
was fun.
This is supposed to be Batman hanging out in Europe, right?
Yeah, with a new Robin, who's the new Squire.
Alternate cover here by Andy Kubert as well. Cardstock cover. Very neat. Moving right along to the indie world. we have a new comic out of the Mignola-verse. It says, from the world of Hellboy. This is called The House of Lost Horizons. We sold out of the last couple of these sort of from the world of Hellboy kind of style comic books that we've been doing. It says a Sarah Jewel mystery. I wonder if she's some kind of like a medium or psychic or something like that. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from the cover.
Is that your psychic feeling?
Yes, that is the psychic feeling that I am getting. Oh, that was one of the other ones that came out more recently.
Skinner.
The book they based on me. Check that out.
You ever seen a psychic, Ryan?
You mean like, do I see them? Like a dead people?
No. Have you ever had like
like had my palm read?
Yeah, something like that.
No. Do you want to do it? Is that
as long as we can film it.
Okay. You're gonna read my lifeline?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I'm saying. Okay. Also this week we have not one, not two, not three, but 4 covers for Geiger #2. I am in love with this series. I thought the first issue was fantastic. Anybody that's into Mad Max or played the Fallout games or any kind of like, fun post-apocalyptic kind of style stuff should really be checking this out. This is a creative team of Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. So they've done all your favorite DC books. It is beautifully drawn, and I think that it is a lot of fun. And it is about a radioactive wasteland hero who has to take on the... let's see if I can find a picture that actually articulates this. Not really. The slavery and cronyism and all kinds of fiefdom and bad stuff that's going on in Las Vegas. Just sort of a stronghold for power and corruption and villainy. Anyway, I really dig it. And you should check it out. You dig it. I got plenty of copies of the second issue of the first printing as well if you want to get caught up. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at these. That was the main cover. We have a cover here by Mahmoud Asrar, where we see that
Be careful when you say his name.
He said has a new 2-headed doggo friend that kicks some ass in the comic book. I can attest. We also have a Brian Hitch cover.
Nice.
And another Gary Frank cover, which is pretty cool. It's just fun when people glow in the dark, I think.
If your mind lumps these titles together, but I think we've been lucky with some high-profile indie books lately. I think Geiger, Noctera, Berserker. I think Shadecraft's kind of up there. Like they feel like, it's kind of cool. You get some big major creators coming down.
Yeah, well, now's the time to do it. Everything's getting swooped up for TV series and movies and all kinds of stuff. So you got something to flex and flex it. Okay, speaking of flexing, I don't know, that was a terrible transition. We have Silver Coin #2. Now, I told you about Silver Coin #1. I really like Silver Coin #1.
It was so good.
And it sold okay. It did pretty well. But here's the thing with this series. Each issue is totally its own stories. It's an anthology thing. The only thing that each issue has in common is that it's all by the same artist, Michael Walsh. And usually it's the same writer and a different artist. This is really unique. You get different writers on each one. So the first one had Chip Zdarsky. This one's Kelly Thompson. And let me tell you something. If you are even mildly a slasher fan, you are going to be in heaven. This is a fantastic one-shot issue, a total love letter to Friday the 13th and any other camp-based slasher films, including Sleepaway Camp or what have you. And I just could not believe my eyes as I was reading it. I loved it to death. I liked it quite a bit. So anyway, if you're in the mood for something like that, you can just pick it up and read it.
Looks so good. The
only thing it has in common, again, is the same artist and the fact that it all revolves around this one particular coin that's cursed that gets in people's lives and kinds of does bad things. And this one, this story is called Girls of Summer.
Girls of Summer.
Girls of Summer. Between this and Maniac of New York, I can't believe all the love slasher fans are getting in the comic book world. It's really wonderful.
Hold that book up one more time, Ryan. Megan, when you see that title, Silver Coin, what do you think of?
Oh, I think of 30.
30 Coins, the show that Ryan and all of you should watch on HBO Max. It might be somewhat connected because these might be the cursed coins of Judas.
Possible.
But it kind of looks like the coins of Judas.
Yeah.
So the first issue is completely self-contained.
If you want to just skip number 1 and jump to number 2, totally can do it. You're getting it's like a creep show. Everything you're getting is its own thing.
The first one was about a rocker.
First one was like a sell your soul for rock and roll kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. I liked it quite a bit. But I will say that my favorite slasher franchise is definitely Friday the 13th. So as a fan of that stuff, I did backflips for Silver Coin number 2. I thought it was so much fun. And kind of sad. That was a really kind of dark, nasty ending that was appropriate, actually. All right.
Neil says 30 Coins is a great show. You are right.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Validation. Okay, we have Silver City number 1. I showed you the variant for this earlier. This is a cool comic from Aftershock. This is about what happens to you after you die. Like, let's say you happen to be in the airport terminal when something like this happened. And it's not heaven, it's not hell, it's something different. I got kind of Dark City vibes from it a little bit. Does anybody remember that movie?
Yeah.
Maybe not quite that weird, but I do love the idea that like, what if you die and this is like a completely different thing? It's a whole new like adventure that you have to now contend with. That's kind of what's going on here with Silver City number 1. The book I enjoyed even more this week is Time After Time.
Nice.
Yeah, a new Image series written by Declan Shalvey. Now, most people know him from his artwork. This is his artwork here on the cover. I love his artwork, but let me tell you something. He is turning into quite the little solid storyteller between this and Bog Bodies, which I loved. It came out right at the beginning of the pandemic. This is a slam dunk. You should pick this up if you liked Looper. If you liked Looper, check out Time After Time. It is more about like the commerce of time travel. Oh, here, I didn't know it was a wraparound cover. That's cool.
Well, that's really cool.
So just to set the stage here, you get your first page, 1987, with all the fluorescent purples and whatnot.
Yes.
And this dude, our main character, his job basically he's finding places for people to live throughout time. There's not enough room for people in the future, so he's sort of smuggling people to other points in history where they can have a more comfortable life, and it costs a lot of money to do that. This one's one of my favorite parts, and I posted it on Instagram where this mother and his teenage kid, and the teenage kid says, "Yeah, well, what's the password for this, or Wi-Fi password for this place?" And the guy says, "Kid, Wi-Fi isn't going to be invented for another 10 years." And the kid's like, "What? What?
Can you imagine?
What?" Let's go back.
No Wi-Fi.
Anyway, this was a lot of fun. It's just sort of kind of a classic sort of caper thing, just with kind of a sci-fi veneer and lots of fun stuff with time travel. I really enjoyed it.
Ryan, did you ever see Source Code with Jake
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal?
Hmm?
Does that have any reminiscent to that, or
Yeah,
more Looper?
More Looper for sure.
Looper's rad.
We have an alternate cover by Jean-Paul Leon. Rest in peace. This wonderful artist left us, I think, last week. So if you want to, I don't know, maybe it benefits his family or something like that buying a comic. I have no idea. But yeah, that sucks. Lost another really good artist, and we lost him too young. Alternate cover there by Jean-Paul Leon.
Stephen Howard said earlier, I don't know if we got it, it said James Stokey was one of the concept artists on the Speed Racer film.
I did not know that.
Stephen Howard loves that movie. And then Matthew Schaefer said earlier that he played a Telecaster, but he didn't catch fire like that dude. Was there a Telecaster on fire? I missed that.
In which one?
I don't know. And then he said, do girls like cats?
My experience, yes.
My wife likes cats. What does your wife like?
She loves cats, like maybe too much.
There you go. Girls like cats.
I also love not wetting my pants. Do you think that you guys can chat for like a minute while I
Yeah, we can cut
bathroom break?
that.
All right, thanks.
Cut the camera too, Megan. All right, so I'll take this opportunity to talk about CW shows.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Supergirl is coming to an end. Black Lightning is coming to an end. Are any of you guys watching the CW shows? Is it just me? I don't know. Are you guys going to watch Loki when it comes out soon? Did you guys see the new Black Widow posters that came out? I'm excited about all this content. What about you, Megan?
CW shows?
What are you excited about that's coming out?
I'm excited for the new Warrior. That's going to be like over
That's another year. Megan,
you inform me. You tell me all.
there's a new movie coming out called The Green Knight.
I'm excited for horror movies. The new Conjuring. That's what I'm excited.
Conjuring 3. What's the title of it? It's called The The Devil Made Me Do It or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's a new Conjuring comic book, which Ryan might talk about. Well, actually, I think it was on the FOC, the Final Order call. But the new Conjuring comic book, the cover of it looks like a VHS tape, Megan, which is really cool. Yeah, there's a movie called The Green Knight coming out. It's gotten delayed several times. We should watch the trailer. We can cut to like trailers now.
We could.
Can you do like YouTube links in the thing, or does it have to be like a video you have downloaded? All right.
Still working on that.
We're gonna get more into these video within videos, guys. Yeah, Megan makes fun of me as I watch these CW shows. Legends of Tomorrow just came back, and that's kind of cheesy as usual, but they're chasing aliens this year instead of time criminals. And that show got renewed. It's not getting canceled, believe it or not.
Very interesting.
How was that?
Interesting.
Record time.
Record time. Cut back to
Oh,
Ryan.
no, I
Wait a
didn't wash
second.
my hands. Oh, just kidding. No, I always wash my hands. I never forget to wash my hands.
Terrible. And something I read last week I thought was really good. The new Green Lantern. People are sleeping on that book. That book's great. And Noctera was at number 3 that came out last week, Ryan?
Sold out.
Noctera is really good. It feels like you're reading a movie because it's just high octane.
I'm going to check back in with that book.
You should. Cut to Ryan.
I don't think people are sleeping on Green Lantern because we also just about sold out of
good.
one.
I can't tell you what happens, but there is a DC Universe earth-shattering thing that happens in the issue 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, plenty of issue 2 still. Okay. We got some Marvel comic books to talk about. First up, we have Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man King's Ransom. Now, the only reason I'm talking about this in the stream is that this is one of those awkward situations where if you are a Pullbox subscriber and you are subscribed to Amazing Spider-Man, it is not going to automatically take this one shot and subscribe you to it or put it on your pull list. So this is the kind of thing you have to watch out for, because when I was looking at it, it kind of seemed like it was actually just a part of the main story. So what I did was I ordered a lot more than what we actually had requests for. I'm going to put them on the shelf, and hopefully that'll be plenty enough for anybody that feels like they missed it. They can take it off the shelf or let me know. I think they're still orderable from Diamond as well. So I'm not reading it. I'm not sure what's going on in Spider-Man. I just know that this is written by Nick Spencer. Yeah, so Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man. Lots of copies on the shelf. We'll limit that one per customer just in case that is a thing. We have a couple of Heroes Reborn kind of tie-ins. We have Hyperion and the Imperial Guard. It's kind of a thing you have to sort of prepare to say before you say it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you read that first issue?
Absolutely not.
I did.
This one?
No, the first issue of Heroes.
Oh, no, I didn't. Well, we sold out. Oh, I got one copy left.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Worth it for the art, man. Ed McGuinness
man,
is
going
incredible.
nuts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the artist in the second issue as well. We also have another tie-in series called Peter Parker, The Amazing Shutterbug, which is kind of a fun name.
Nice. Mark Bernardin wrote that, and he is the co-host of Fat Man Beyond.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
He was really excited because Marvel contacted him and said, "Hey, we want you to write a Spider-Man
Did he
book."
look like this when he got the news?
Yeah, we want you to write a Spider-Man book, but he's not Spider-Man. He's just Peter Parker.
That's right, yeah. In this universe, he is not the web slinger that we are all familiar with. We have X-Corp #1, new X-Men book, focusing on Monet and Worthen Warrington, who is the Angel in the X-Men comic books. I think this is exactly what it sounds like. I think this is getting into like corporate politics and espionage and whatnot in the X-Men world, the Krakoan culture and world building that continues to expand all the time. I did not get a chance to read this because I read a bunch of indie books first, and by the time I opened it and I saw how much words there are, I went, I'm too tired, I cannot do this.
Tell Megan what a Krakoa is real quick.
Krakoa is a mutant island where they the big mutants, the big dog mutants have kind of settled there, and they said, you know what? This is our island, it's our country, we are a sovereign state, and we have created drugs with... Krakoa has created drugs because it's a sentient island that has all kinds of goodies. Yeah, here? Good night, Annie.
Bye, Annie.
Bye, Annie.
Thank you for everything.
Annie, someone requested in the Pulp Fiction group that they want to have a comics list recommendation from you.
Monstrous.
I said maybe an anime list. Manga list.
Current comics, or like any?
I don't know.
Annie's been
dude.
recommending Shadow Doctor to everybody that'll listen
Nice.
lately. That's been her.
She recommended
Go-to for a
Monstrous
choice.
for me. and it was
She recommended
really
Monstrous to me. The people just want to hear your opinion, Annie.
I'm in the store and I'm
She gave me the special one-on-one. Bye. What the hell did you ask me?
In any of the in one of the movies, Michael Fassbender Magneto was on an island. Was that
No, nothing to do with anything.
so they've never shown Krakoa in media.
First
like-
appearance of Krakoa.
It's like the
Joke's on
X-Men,
you, though, because the first appearance of Krakoa goes way back.
Way back.
Yeah.
but it's the X-Men country basically.
It's basically X-Men
autonomous.
country, yeah. And they create all these drugs that will cure basically every human illness. It's like a wonder drug. And they're like, we will share everybody that recognizes our sovereign status.
Ah, I see.
So they're here. They're not here to play. You know, they're here to get Wakanda. Makes me want a Krakoa tiki drink. Yes. Also, one of the amazing things about Krakoa that makes me want to visit a fictional place is they do in fact have a tiki bar where the mutants hang out, and even Magneto goes and gets drunk.
Wolverine and Magneto are
I want to
hanging
go
out.
so bad. Okay, moving right along. Let's talk about Star Wars number 13, aka let's talk about War of the Bounty Hunters. This is a massive, sprawling Star Wars crossover, and I'm hoping that on the back page, yes. So Derek was asking me, what's like part 1? What's like part 2? I don't really know, because they're not really saying it that way. It's kind of more like there is War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha, and that was the book that had Boba Fett on the cover from last week that we still have a few copies left of. And then there's an actual miniseries called War of the Bounty Hunters. It's a 5-issue miniseries. You can probably get away with just reading that. But orbiting all of these books, all the other Star Wars titles are going to have, the same way with like King and Black, they're all going to have this little War of the Bounty Hunters trade dress on the front cover. It's up to you whether you want to do that or not. I am ordering some extra copies of these issues. This one says it's a prelude for the hunt for Han Solo, because again, all of this stuff is taking place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. From Boba Fett's perspective, he's just gotten the Han Solo frozen in carbonite, and he's going to take him over to Jabba.
Boba Fett.
But he's got to do a couple of other things first. There's probably a lot of other people that are going to probably steal Han Solo away from him, I'm guessing, is what the plot of that is going to be. So, of course, now you also have our titular, they're not the title, our main characters from Star Wars, like Luke and Chewie here, trying to track Han down. I can't guess what they're doing with these, but they're all going to have to do with that. They're all going to be orbiting around that. Now, you can, of course, go online and see what the reading order is for all this stuff, and I do recommend you do that. Unless you are subscribed to all the different Star Wars books, you're going to get these already, but there's a lot of little one-shots and stuff as well. Or when you come into the shop, just pick up Star Wars 13 or any of the War of the Bounty Hunters book, and there's a handy-dandy little checklist here in the back of the book that you can look at for reference.
I can also post the checklist on our social media.
And I will update with some comments. David Enrique Chang says, hey, we need a Derek and Megan show.
Yeah.
There we go.
And Stephen Howard says, too bad Wendy's not here. She knows all of Marvel.
True story. Speaking of
which Wendy was here.
Speaking of all the Marvel, Krakoa first appeared in Giant Size X-Men in 1975, Ryan.
Yeah.
And it's a living island.
Yeah.
It turns into a giant thing that looks like Swamp Thing.
Yes.
So I did my little Derek review show last night, and I was showing the interiors of the Alpha, the first issue of that, and it's brutal.
Yeah.
Boba Fett gets pretty violent.
Okay.
And angry about
I
some
didn't
things.
read it.
So it looks like it's this is kind of a not your kiddie Star Wars. It's like a darker Star Wars.
No, they have High Republic Adventures over here. They have the Star Wars Adventures books over here.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that Star Wars is for grown-ups.
So metal.
Boba Fett's for grown-ups. He's a
Fett.
bounty hunter. He kills people.
Yeah.
I will say the Steve McNiven artwork in that issue looked phenomenal.
It's really good.
I miss him. Like, he needs to work more. I'm sure it's not because people aren't giving him work.
Well, my phone is totally listening to me because I just typed into Google War, and what popped up first was War of the Bounty Hunters reading list.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
I do Google a lot of comic stuff.
They're always listening, kids. All right, what's next, Ryan?
Lastly, on the comic book front, there's some weddings going on in the Fantastic Four universe of the Doctor Doom variety. I've not been keeping up this series, but this is kind of a big to-do. They did a lot of different covers for this, including a really cool cover by Peach Momoko that I ordered some shelf copies for.
Who's Dr. Doom marrying?
I don't know. I forget her name. She's like his bodyguard / confidant / something. I feel bad. If Wendy was here, she would know.
She would know. I thought Dr. Doom had a secret crush on Reed. Or Sue. Or both.
All of them. And a really cool Scotty Young hair cover as well. I thought it was neat with the wedding cake and everything. Yeah, so if you weren't sure what's going on with Fantastic Four, apparently Dr. Doom's getting married. He's also joining the Guardians of the Galaxy, apparently, because he's on the cover with them for this week as well.
And then he's a Doom juggernaut for...
In Heroes Reborn, right?
Heroes Reborn. Megan, you had a comment when Luis, you said?
You said, is the Shutterbug a new dance craze?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I will be doing when I enter the ring.
Stephen Howard says Krakoa is the island from giant-sized X-Men #1.
Thanks for telling us something we already know.
And Stephen also says, shocker, Dr. Doom is marrying Herbie the robot.
Oh, that would be funny. That's actually a funny Fantastic Four joke, but nobody's going to get it. Okay. I want to finish up with some cool graphic novels that are coming out this week.
Yes.
This one I need to read. I've heard really good things about it.
Really
Batman Universe. This is kind of the same vein, or not the same vein, but it was the same because they did Superman Up in the Sky, and that would have been serialized in the same way. And which also people told me is excellent, including you. But this, I haven't really sat down and read anything by Nick Darrington yet, but every time I see his artwork, I really appreciate it. So I feel like I really got to check out this book. It looks like a lot of fun. It has Jonah Hex in it.
Yeah.
What?
So what's interesting about when these books came out, you had the writers flip. So you had who wrote the Up in the Sky? Snyder, right?
No, Tom King.
Tom King. Okay, so Tom King was the Batman writer,
and he wrote
the Superman book, and then Bendis was the Superman writer, and he wrote this Batman book.
Right. That's cool. So if it's Bendis doing Batman, he's going to have some fun. This book looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, check it out, man. Batman Universe. It's out in trade paperback for the first time. Before it was in hardcover. Okay. Also on the superhero front, I think this is the tail end finally of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. I really like these big, thick paperback collections. The only problem is that they don't keep them in print. So what would have been really lovely is I could have number 3 sitting right next to 1 and 2. Unfortunately, I don't think I can order those right now. But if you have already been collecting these and you've been waiting for volume 3, now is your chance. Jonathan Hickman's landmark run continues here. Yeah, I got to read this stuff at some point too. It's supposed to be really good. Okay. And a couple other things. The next volume of... Oh, wait. Nope, that's not new. Show it! It's not new. Can't show it. Okay. We have some World of Black Hammer trade paperbacks this week. We have both Barbalian Red Planet and Dr. Andromeda, if you are collecting all of the Black Hammer goodies, which I know Steve really enjoys. And then last but certainly not least... Year Zero, the little zombie book that could. I enjoyed the first series, but I am dying to read the second series because it is drawn by my boy, Juan Jose Rip. I did not know this artist was working on this second arc. By the way, I don't really think it matters if you read volume 1 or not. The whole point of this is it's kind of like globetrotting, seeing what's going on around the world during the zombie apocalypse. So if maybe the art of the first volume wasn't doing it for you and you like Juan Jose Rip, you should definitely check this out. I love this artist. Anyway, I'm falling in love with zombies again. Is anybody else excited for Zack Snyder's
yes.
What's it called again?
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. I can't wait.
Heist movie in Vegas. I don't know how this is possible, but someone showed a behind the scenes footage of that tiger in the trailer, and it's a real tiger. They had a real tiger that they zombie.
Zack Snyder. He's not going to settle for a fake tiger.
Yeah. That book that you just showed, that started to come out in the beginning of the lockdown, right? So
yes,
and then they've already had a spin-off.
Yeah, well, no, it's just more. That's it.
Yeah.
Volume. It's volume 2, but it's not like I don't think there's any continuing adventures of the characters in the first one. I just think like what's going on, and it looked like maybe in Africa, in the Serengeti with lions, or as a zoo or something. Maybe I'm not sure. But I enjoyed it, but I'm especially excited for this one because I really like that guy's art.
Nice.
Louise says, I'd love to see what Dr. Doom's bachelor party was like.
Oh, yeah.
And Stephen Howard says, Barbalian was brilliant.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Here you go. And there I go.
Ryan, you're supposed to be happen the pep with that energy drink I gave you.
Yeah, I know. I was drinking all my energy carries and starting to feel it. That's it for me, boys and girls.
We did it. Even
did it.
despite our technical difficulties, which was our fault. We apologize.
It's not even that super late yet.
We made it through. Cut to camera 2, Megan, real quick. So, hello again.
Hello.
This is Derek and Megan. Please remember to join the Facebook group. Ryan, we're over 400 members now in the Facebook group. And we're almost at 1,000 followers on Instagram.
I know.
So on the Facebook group, that's more for you guys. It's more for fans and customers because on the actual Pulp Fiction page, if you try to post to it, no one's really going to see it. It's so if you post to the group of what you're getting or an article or a meme or something, everyone will see it and we can repost if it's appropriate. Also, please try to scroll down the timeline. When a new trailer drops, we'll have like multiple people posting like the Venom trailer. Try to check real quick to see if someone else is.
May troll that.
Yeah. I posted a PSA of like, be careful, don't repeat posts, and someone like took my post and reposted it.
Cute.
Ultimate troll. So yeah, that group is really fun. Check out our TikToks, but if you're not on TikTok, we are reposting those TikToks on Instagram and Facebook. And as you can see, we shared a couple for you on this video stream tonight. And please tune in tomorrow. We'll do some person on the street videos and do a Wednesday warm-up video with Ryan. And what else, Megan? You can find us at where? Do you have our information put on the screen?
Derek Easley Entertainment. Oh, I should do a graphic.
Well, we have the normal old overlays. It's still there.
We do.
You can find us at DerekEasley.com. We do drone photography, video, full production. And we're doing a big project right now for the Long Beach Museum of Art. We just started doing some more videos for Save the Day restoration. We're always busy, but we're always looking for more referrals. If you ever need any photos, if you ever need any videos, if you ever need any social media content, Megan and I are your man and woman.
Graphics, logos.
All the things. Website stuff.
Photos.
And you can find us here at Pulp Fiction at least twice a week. And we love being geeky and talking comic books and movies. And yes, I do want to do a Derek and Megan show. If I can convince her to be on camera with me and talk about Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Warrior, and Nomadland. And other things. Oh, by the way, we watched half of SNL with Elon Musk. Wasn't very good. Not because of Elon Musk, because it's not very funny.
SNL is kind of...
It's rough. Live comedy is rough, for sure. But we love you guys. Stay safe. Please comment.
Oh, Wendy's here.
Yay, Wendy's here. On these videos, too, if you like, comment, and if you even share, we greatly appreciate it because it helps the algorithm and it gets more traffic to the store. And sometimes when we do these videos, as Ryan was talking about last week, we get cool people from out of state and throughout the country and throughout the world even, right, Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
We've even had people watching in Japan and Egypt. So that's
so cool.
The magic of the internet. So that's it. Any last thoughts, Megan?
Just keep watching our videos. Keep supporting, and we love interacting with all of you. It's really fun.
Yeah, I don't know if Ryan knew this, but 2 weeks ago when I did my Derek at home video, my shutters kept opening with the wind. So I'm like sitting here talking like, check out Berserker, and then the shutters kept going opening. So the people watching the stream like, Derek, there's someone trying to murder you from behind. It turned into a late night horror thing. So tune in.
Watch more Derek videos.
Yeah,
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, and scary for sure.
I'm
All
actually
right.
tired.
Cut back to Mr. Ryan. Let's get out of here.
Alex's Bar, June 12th, 4:30. Be there or be square. Alex's Bar, June 12th. Support your local bars, support your communities, support your local comic book shops, but mostly just come and hang out and drink with me. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. I've been dying to do something like that.
And maybe you'll win some cool stuff and support a good cause.
Yes, support a cause, go home with good stuff, go home with swag, and some good food from Supply and Demand as well.
I think one person, Michael, He said that he needs to come out and drink with you.
Yes. Yes.
Are you guys just ending? Go figure. I'm so sad I couldn't be here for the show today. Wendy, we mentioned you 50,000 times. Don't worry. Louise says, hi, Wendy. Steven, yay, Wendy. Wendy says, yes, the Alex's Bar event. Very nice. Louise earlier said, if the world is a zombie apocalypse, then why would people steal money? Twinkies are what you need to steal in that situation. One thing we tried to do 2 weeks ago, I forgot to do last week. I want to end the show with a question, a fun question. If you guys ever think of any cool questions, email them to us or put it in the group. So I have a question that's on topic with the zombies for everyone in the panel and everyone at home. Zombie apocalypse is real, Ryan. It's happening. You have one weapon of choice, but it's not. Let's try to be a little creative and say you can't use like a machine gun or something. So what is your one handy dandy weapon of choice?
Green Lantern ring.
Green Lantern ring. Wow. I like that.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Megan, what's your one weapon of choice?
It would probably be a samurai sword.
There you go.
Samurai sword.
Cut right through them.
Mm-hmm.
Take the head off.
Ching ching.
Michonne style.
My weapon would be a light up yo-yo.
You wouldn't last very long, Derek.
Oh, I'd be distracted. I'd just be right next to you, Ryan, and I'd like light up yo-yo right next to your face.
It's not gonna treat you real good during the day, pal.
It's glowing really bright.
That's okay. He's got me with my samurai sword.
There you go. So let us know what your guys' weapon would be. Before we end the stream, let's cut back to camera 3 real quick, Megan, if that one works. I switched out cameras.
It does not work.
It's not working?
It's black.
Oh, no. Camera 3 doesn't work. Well, there's cool covers over there. The Pulp Fiction wall. If you guys hear of any new homage things, let Ryan know rather than buying it first, because I'm sure there's some things we don't know.
Yes, please.
And then we'll have Ryan say a last word, and then we'll show the animation one more time. Then.
Sure, and just some people answered about that zombie question.
Oh, good. Let's see what they said.
Wendy said, just don't be that person who sets the zombies on fire.
Yeah, that doesn't kill them. Headshots.
Steven says, Dr. Fate helmet.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
And Louise says, I choose a pipe as
Oh, no.
That is perfect. Good job.
If they could take out Superman.
That is the end of the show. Congratulations.
All right.
Very well timed. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate all the support. Keep reading your comic books. Don't forget to read your comic books. Buy them, but also read them. And we will see you all here in the store. If not, we will see you again next week with our special guest, Bruce Zebel. We'll talk more about the Alex's Bar fundraiser.
Awesome. Very
Have
cool.
a good night, everybody.
I'm going to post that reading list of War of the Bounty Hunters right now on all our social media. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Megan, let's cut to that animation.
Rawr, rawr. Read comics at Pulp Fiction Long Beach. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Cut the stream off.